everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this home called the Lighthouse Lodge. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up in the gallery now. My origin ID is real, ThomasTV1. So I actually built this in the new world of Bridleton Bay that came with the Sims for cats and dogs, and this was actually something, like the idea for this build came around a little while ago actually. It was back when the Sims team were doing some Twitch live streams showing off the new pack, and it was a live stream where they first showed off the new world, and I remember looking at this lot that was next to the lighthouse. Now, what I actually thought was, if you look up on the hill there, you'll see the lighthouse, and there's like a little house next to it. I actually thought that you could build there, but you actually can't. That's just like one of those lots where if you go into tab mode and look through it, it's just empty. So yeah, it was one of those lots instead. So the closest lot to it was this lot right here, which is actually the museum on that little, is it an island? Is it? I think it is an island. I can't really remember. I think it is. Anyway, so yeah, this was where that little museum was, and I kind of thought this is kind of like the closest place to do it, and I really wanted to kind of do some sort of cottage style build, which I thought would be really, really perfect next to the lighthouse. So this is the closest I can get, but I'm still really happy with it anyway, and I think it looks great. So yeah, like I said, it is up in the gallery. Now it came in at just under 80,000 simoleons, which I mean, you know, it's a little bit pricey, but like I say all the time, I don't like to restrict myself on money or what packs I'm using, because I don't use custom contents. That's kind of just to make up for it, I suppose. So yeah, I think it was 70. Was it 70? I think it was something around that. Maybe, yeah, it must. I think it was. Anyway, so it has 2 bathrooms and 1 bedroom. There's one kind of smaller bathroom and there's one kind of main bathroom. And I also made use of the new octagonal roofing, that new tool with the room. You'll see that on the front there. Well, I haven't put in every single build since the patch came out, but it is something I really like to do now. Just adds a little more detail to the front of the house, I think. You know, I feel like it's just to make up for all those times that us builders, you know, really want to do those type of shaped rooms, but we can't because well, we could, but just the roofing would be all janky and horrible. So yeah, probably for a little while you'll see me using that a lot more, just for all those times I wanted to use it and I couldn't. So yeah, I really hope you're enjoying the cats and dogs content I've been putting out so far. If you don't know, I did get early access to it, so I had been making, you know, advantage of that to kind of make a lot of content for you to kind of help you make the decision of buying the pack and kind of showing you what it's all about, and I'm really, really happy with it. I do also have another LP starting on my channel, which, well, by the time you see this, it would have already started, called Kelsey's Life, and it isn't fully based on cats and dogs, but it does have aspects of it, like, you know, Kelsey herself does have a dog, but I just wanted to do something where I could explore cats and dogs, but since everybody and the mothers is going to be doing a cats and dogs LP, I thought it might be nice to do something a little bit different, so it isn't just the same as everything else. And I did actually do a poll, well, quite a few polls actually, up until I did the LP, because what normally happens is that everybody says, like, I'll do a poll and I'll say, do you want to see an LP, yes or no, and everybody will vote yes, but when the actual LP comes, nobody watches it, which is always the case for LPs, and I feel like every creator has that problem. It's just something about Let's Plays, I don't know what it is, but watch times and everything on Let's Plays are always less. I mean, if you're very good at storytelling and stuff, I suppose it won't be, but, you know, for me at least, my Let's Plays are the least popular videos, and I kind of understand it, because it's got to be something you've got to commit to, and if I start a ramble and I get boring and my voice goes on monotone, like after the 10-minute mark, then, you know, I understand that, but, you know, I did lots of polls for it, and I really hope you're going to enjoy it. I'm not too sure how it's going to go in terms of length, in terms of like how many parts and things, but I'm thinking maybe between like 20 or 30 or something. My last LP I did was just a very small one. It was only 5 parts, called Serena's Story, and that was like a very detailed storyline that I had already planned out, and that's why I knew it was going to be 5 parts. But you know, this one's more of we'll just see how things go with it, I suppose, and I will actually be making a quick little video coming up soon, maybe the next week or so probably, about how you could go ahead and submit some Sims and some lots for that LP if you like to, because that's like a viewer of mine called Chanel. She's probably watching this video, hi. She actually suggested an idea a little while ago, of being able to submit some sims and lots from the LP, which I think is a really nice idea. And I did do the same with my City Living LP, and it was actually, I've mentioned this before, but Teacup Simmer, she went ahead and submitted a sim, and that sim turned into be a huge major part of the LP. So you never know, you could go ahead and submit a sim and you don't know how it might turn out in the LP. So we're just working on the interior here. I didn't do the landscaping, I do that at the end, and I didn't record all of it either, just because it gets a little bit repetitive, and then the screenshots are right after it, so you're going to see what it looks like anyway. So we're just working on the interior here. I really do love those little candles that we've got with City Living. As you can see, I just put on the shelf there, that little green sort of candle. And for the shelf, I did actually size it down because you can fit it on the shelf. Well, it doesn't snap to the shelf. You have to press Control 9 or whatever it is to raise it up, or Control 0. I can't remember which one it is. But I did actually size it down because it was a tiny little bit big. I've used that candle before on shelves and never used to size it down, but it kind of actually looked nice like that, so I just went ahead and left it. And sometimes problems come with sizing down and sizing up, like candles and stuff, because what you may notice is, well, when sizing down I haven't had this problem, but when I size up like lights and candles and stuff, especially candles, you'll see the little like flare, like the little flame thing just like floating away where it would normally be, which is a little bit irritating, but luckily it didn't happen this time. So we're just working on putting some paintings and stuff. You can see the kind of main colour scheme we have for this build, which is kind of this blue sort of theme. I thought that kind of fits the coastal sort of theme, well, of Brilliant Bay in total, but also this specific lot, because it's, you know, next to the water and the lighthouse and things. I felt like just having more light and bright and blue, I thought that would be kind of a nice sort of colour scheme to use, but I didn't want to have it all that because I think that might get a little bit boring. So of course I did go ahead and put a bit of red in there, which is something I always do. So you will see in the bedroom there, that bedroom is mainly red, and I did also use that kind of stone as well from the Bowler Night stuff pack. I used the black colour swatch of it. I always, well, most of the time I do like to use some sort of brick or stone as a feature wall, because if I'm just using some sort of siding outside on the exterior of the lot, just having siding for the whole thing just look a little bit boring. So I either like to switch colours up with it, or also have a different type of texture like a stone or a brick in there as well, just to kind of, you know, switch things up and keep it interesting to look at. So we're just working on this dining table. I did just have a quick, you may have just noticed the cut there, which was just the only cut in this video actually, because I had to take a quick break to go and do something, but I did come back and do that. And I just did this in one sitting, apart from that little bit which just passed, and it took me about 50 minutes to do this build in total, actually a little bit less than that. So, you know, I don't know why, but, well, yeah, I don't know why really, but recently my builds just haven't been taking as long, which is really great because it means I can get more done in the amount of time I have. So yeah, I've just been building a lot more quicker recently, which is great. Anyway, other things outside of this, I'm trying to think anything in real life, not really that much of interesting things to go on. Well, actually, I don't know if you know, but remember this, if you've been following, oh, sorry, I just hit my pop filter. If you've been following when I talk about like my college and stuff, I did actually start doing an IT course this year. But since I'm in my last year of college now, I'm only doing a half course of it. So I do actually have my exam in January for that, when the rest of the class has it in June, because they'll be doing it next year. I don't know why I have to do it early, instead of when everybody else does it. I don't know why really, when the rest of my exams are, but anyway, so I am doing it then, but I'll be all alone doing that thing, which is going to be really scary, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about that. Anyway. Total of tests and stuff, my driving, I don't have my test yet, but I have been progressing quite well in my driving, I think. So I've just had my 10th lesson today, just a few hours ago. It was actually kind of nerve-wracking because we started going, well, not started, but we went on these dual carriageways and stuff, if you're from the UK. I don't know if you use that term in the US, but we went on those, and some bigger roads as well, and it was busy as well, so that kind of made it a little bit more daunting, but it was alright. And yeah, so we're just working on the bedroom here. Now this rug I'm using, this is actually from just the base game. It's a very kind of modern style one, and it has some really interesting colour swatches to it, like some of them are actually kind of vibrant and stuff, and they look really good, but I've never really been able to use it before the latest patch, well the second latest patch, because you may remember the other day, they just put out a new patch as well, after the 7th of November, like another one, just before, was it just after Cats and Dogs? I think, I can't even remember. Was it yesterday? I don't even know. I'm recording this on the 11th of November. I'm not sure when this is going up though. Anyway, so yeah, they actually put out another patch because if you follow SimGuru Nick on Twitter, who is kind of like, well, I don't know his full role. Is he a quality analyst? I think he is. Anyway, so he posted this thing, like a warning for people who had just, I think it was for people who had early access to Cats and Dogs or something, or people who had just installed the patch. I can't remember which of those two it was. But there's a problem where if you go into an older game save and you just go into build mode, like as you can see right now, I haven't got a sim loaded in because you can see the infinity sign in the bottom left. But if you just like had this problem where if you did that, just go into free build mode on all your other households, you'll lose all your relationships, which is really, really scary. But luckily they've just fixed it in the recent patch, so that's all fixed now. And yeah, we're pretty much at the end of the video. Here is some screenshots. I really hope you enjoyed today's build. If you did, please make sure you let me know in the comments section down below about what you thought of it, and if you have any other ideas for builds or just videos in general I could do with cats and dogs, and let me know. Make sure you leave this video with a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and go ahead and download this from the gallery. My origin ID is Real Thomas TV1, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.